Greetings and salutations, I'm Keb, and this is Aven Colony. This is a city building slash survival type of game set to a sci-fi setting. It's kind of akin to games like, say, Planetbase or Banished, Colonization Sol Zero, and the upcoming Surviving Mars, which is pretty much why I'm playing this. I'm sort of warming up towards Surviving Mars and playing through games that are kind of similar. Now, that said, I think Aven Colony is quite forgiving compared to a lot of games in the same genre. So you're allowed to make mistakes, and we'll probably make a few of those as we go along. Now, there are a couple of modes to play in this game. We could go with sandbox, just build whatever we want, or we can play through the campaign. I've already done that, actually, so I'm not going to do that this time around. But I'm still pursuing a couple of achievements, and they include speedruns of the first and third missions, and I also need to complete one mission on insane difficulty, which it would be. This is not, yeah, the insane here really is insane, quite frankly. So I don't know if I'll even be able to do that, but we'll try the second mission on insane and see how that goes. And finally, I'm going to play one sandbox game, I think, on the Cerulean Vale map, which is not part of the campaign. So that map is completely unknown to me. It's part of the DLC package. So on these 4 maps you'll encounter all the 4 biomes that you can build in, namely tropical, desert, arctic, and finally the alien biome, similar to this, which is rather cool. But yeah, we're gonna start with Vanar. We're gonna try to go for the speed achievement, which is basically to finish this mission within 5 sols, which is the quote-unquote year unit in this game. And we shall see how that goes. I'll just fire up and see where we end up. Let's see, come on. Load. And I'm immediately gonna pause. And that's the main task. Create a colony and support an Earth History Center, which is going to take a while. So, here we go. You have a tiny little outpost. All your bases will basically start like this. Prometheus lander with a couple of modules. A few solar modules, some storage modules. Let's see, there we go. Oxygen regeneration module. Solar panels. And a construction drone hub, which is what we'll build everything else with. And we have all sorts of resources to play with. We have food, we have water, we have power, electricity, we have nanites, which is what you use to build everything, you have storage space, you have oxygen levels, and you have population and population housing. So, your goal is basically to grow the population and don't starve, don't, what's the word for starve, what's the, dehydrate, is that the word? Regardless, we are gonna go and see. We have a new mission.
Your colonists have been informed of your arrival and are eager to see what their leader can do for them.
Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna have a lot of these small little assignments. One cool thing about this game, if you complete these assignments ahead of time, you're gonna get both the... once you do get the missions, you're gonna get both the credit for completing it and the reward. So, there's no point in just waiting for these to pop up if you know what's gonna happen. Not that I remember just now. At any rate, we also wanted to check out the map though. We have some resources and everything. Now, water pumps need water, so we'll take over the water overlay. As you can see down here is awesome for water. Not so much these other areas, 40% productivity. That's one thing to consider. There are other resources on the map. Stuff like this. Iron deposits. There's a copper deposit, I think, right there. Isn't it? Oh, there it is. Right next to us. I think that's the only copper deposit in the entire game, to be honest. Can't recall ever seeing one on the other maps. We have geothermal vents, which you can cap and create geothermal power plants over. We have some more iron up here. No, that's potash. That's going to increase farming if you use it. We have zorium, which is used for power generation eventually. Let's see what else. Down here I think we have a cargo pod. And... that's sort of the resources we have. Don't have much space to build on this particular map. It's probably the smallest one. And we also have a farming overlay and all sorts of crops. Now this is a tropical map, so all the crops grow differently on different maps. Melons are the ones that grow by far the best on this map type. On desert maps you want to farm quinoa instead. It doesn't grow well here. And barley I think also does well on deserts. Does okay here too. Broccoli I think does better in the colder maps. And then we have corn and rice. And we also have this little toggle down here. Enable inedible crops. Note that wheat is among the inedibles. And that's simply because these crops require either tech or a mill to process them before you can actually use them for food. That's why they're sort of hidden here. But these can be eaten directly. Regardless, we were tasked with finding water. So there was an excellent water spot down there. The problem with building tubes all the way down there, it is simply that each tube consumes electricity, and that's kind of scarce early on. Still, I think we're gonna have to do that. We had that awesome spot right there. So, we'll build that. And a water pump. Now, we also need to get nanite production going. We only have that mission right now, but we're gonna get told to get nanite production going anyway. So, we're gonna do that. We need to mine, and yeah, that's fine. Normally, all buildings that require workers do want to be right next to one of these access tunnels. If you don't, they'll still get there, but they'll get there with a penalty. And to be honest, I think they're going to have a penalty here anyway, because this building, which is their habitat, will still have to go through one of the solar modules, and they'll get cranky. So, we're going to try, I think, to sneak around here. This is going to be a bit expensive, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to need these eventually. There we go. And unpause. We kind of have to follow the missions, because each mission will give us a few more nanites. And we need nanites to build everything, so... you're going that way, that's not good. Upgrade this. Can I prioritize this? No, sadly. I can prioritize construction of everything else, but not upgrades, which is kind of annoying. Which I would much rather have him upgrade this drone hub right now. And I think that's going to be more than the last thing he does. In that case, I prioritize these and the water pump so I can get more nanites. I suspect that the next mission we'll get is to build a farm. Ooh, sunrise. It's quite pretty, this map. Or this game in general. Rather like it. So down here we have time. We have 2 seasons basically. Summer, all the way here, and then we have winter. Which has some significant effects. We'll get to that. Wildlife. Yeah, I should probably mention that. Aven is the first colony of mankind, basically. That's what you're here for. To settle this planet, you have a colony ship in orbit, which is ginormous, and your task is basically to build all the little hamlets down on the planet. Let's see, new missions.
Could benefit from a higher level of food output.
Yeah, okay, so now we're tasked with building a farm, which is fine. We also got the task to... No, that was just a completion thing. Fair enough. Now they want us to build a farm. I don't really like building farms. I prefer to build greenhouses for several reasons. And we'll get to that eventually. Now, sadly we're gonna need at least one farm here. Now, this is kind of odd though. I'm fairly certain that the farm itself does not produce. It just creates farming fields. I think I want to build it here. That's the key difference between farms and greenhouses. Farms, as it says here, does not work in winter, because the ground gets frozen. Greenhouses will still produce food during winter, but they'll only be half as efficient. That's one big thing. Big difference. So I vastly prefer greenhouses, because then I'll have food production throughout the winter. sol units, whatever you want to call them, seasons, hours. The clock is very different on Aven Prime compared to home, compared to Earth. There you go, you finally upgraded your drone hub, that's good. Upgrade that again. An upgraded drone hub will produce more drones, which means we'll build faster. Of course, we still need nanites to actually build anything. We did build a processing unit, that's gonna be fine. We're now out of power. That's not good, so we're gonna build a geothermal over there. We do have some solar modules to start with. They'll produce less energy during winter, so we kind of need to rely on other power sources, like geothermal. Right now our buildings are kind of disabled, I think. Yeah, the mine is not operating. There we go. And then you have the Shipe communication.
Hello, Governor. I wanted to remind you that the mission objectives from my team are here only to guide you. While several of these objectives are necessary in order to complete your mission, your first priority should be the safety of your colony. As an experienced colony governor, we trust your judgment, and I urge you to take your time and put your colonists ahead of your mission. Good luck.
Yeah, about that. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. We need to do a couple of other things. It hasn't asked me to do this yet, but we need to get started. We need more people. So we're going to build an immigration center. We also need somewhere to put all these people. So we're going to need another habitat. We are going to need more food, so we are going to need more greenhouses. And for that we want to switch over to this. Let's see if we can find some really good spots. Provided, of course, we have the nanites for it. 9 melons, 8 melons. Of course, we did put the farm over there, which is kind of annoying now. I think we're gonna build it there. Doesn't cross any fields. I need to keep that farm around because there are some missions surrounding it.
On how to best expand your company.
Yeah, they want us to build a wind turbine. I don't really like wind turbines. Almost never build them, but just to complete the mission, let's do that. We are going to put this one, Immigration Center, on maximum pop staffing, because this controls how many new people you get. You get one person by default, and for each worker you're going to get 2 more immigrants. So with full staffing you're going to get 9 colonists per trip. And we're definitely going to need a lot more people than we currently have. And once we get all the people into this colony, and we get all the jobs filled, the colony is going to run so much smoother. I do think we want to upgrade the mine. I'm fairly certain they are running out of minerals. Yes, they are. And as you can see, we're now very short on nanites, and our production rate is crap. So we're going to be very reliant on these missions that they give us all the time. Okay, we built the wind turbine. At this point I don't think we're going to need this anymore. So I'm considering recycling it already, just to bring back the nanites. Then again, we are short of power, and it doesn't require staff, so... New objectives. You want to build a mine on the copper. We already did that, so it auto-completed. Excellent. So again, it will auto-complete these missions. If we...
is satisfactory. I've been authorized to provide your colony with a small reward.
A small reward. We'll take the nanites every single time. We need the nanites. Now you're not building anything. What? Oh, you're right, you don't have any minerals at all. Keep upgrading this. Geothermal energy, yeah, we already did that. Because we're awesome like that. Now again, this is a speedrun now, so we need to complete this mission within, well, 5 times this cycling. Before that happens, we need to build that...
Your colony could benefit from more residential space.
Yeah, that's fine. We need to... words. We need to... Yeah, right, we need to complete our mission, which is basically to build one of the mega structures, the Earth History Center, which will require quite a few things. For now, we're gonna just take it a bit easy. Was there another geothermal somewhere? Back to resource view. There is a geothermal up there, I think. No, that was a sortium. Potash, that we don't really care about that. We need the geothermal. There's an iron down there, a geothermal all the way down there. And here we go. Winter warning. So, farms will not grow crops, greenhouses will grow food at 50%, and all solar structures generate only 50% power. Well, we knew that was coming. Yeah, this geothermal event, I think we need to build towards that. Provided we have the nanites. Now, he wants an outpost. I am not adverse to that idea. Especially since we're gonna get some nanites. Not many, only 6. So we're gonna lose 12 nanites basically. But it is gonna open more missions as we go along, so that's okay. Can we build here? We can build there. Good. So go like that. I've spent pretty much all on nanites. So now we're kind of hoping that we're gonna get some kind of boost. We're gonna get 6 nanites from completing this mission. And I don't know what the next mission is gonna be. Most likely the next mission is gonna be to build a nanite processor, which we've already done. It might also call for some kind of air refreshener. We shall see. We shall see what they ask for. We're still losing water, but that's okay. This pump will become far more efficient as we get more employees. And they're coming down with 9 new colonists. That's why it's okay to build a habitat. The habitat does not require staff. Got some extra food. Here cometh the immigrants. I can probably actually, let's see if we can see them. Can go in and study the tunnels. Surveillance mode.
Hi, Governor. What can I do for you?
Let's see. New mission.
Your colony could benefit from increased storage.
A mini storage depot, which is fine. We already built a nanite processor. We got corn for that, not nanites. Bah! I want nanites. Fine, we're gonna build the storage depot. We had just enough resources for it. We need to increase production. But in order to do that, we need more immigrants. We did get 9 people. This one is now ready to depart, I think. Got some few nanites there. And some more food. Come on. Up into orbit with ya. I need so many more people. Oh, nanites. Definitely nanites. We're still short of people. In order to get this done quickly enough, I think we need a second immigration center. Now, I'm not going to do this particular map as carefully as I would others, simply because we are kind of on the clock, and yeah, we'll see.
Here's your next population growth target.
Reach 50 people, that's fine. Hey, you wanted me to build an intake fan, that's fine. You called for an immigration center. Already built that one. Habitation, we already did that, so we got the reward for that. You want an intake fan, which is not really what I want to build. But mission calls for it. We can always recycle it afterwards. Here's the thing. We have 2 ways to improve the air. We can use the intake fans, and we can use the air filter. See, the atmosphere on this planet is kind of toxic. It is incredibly rich in carbon dioxide. So it's not really breathable. So your entire colony should be hermetically sealed. But there will be 2 exceptions to this. The intake fans and the geothermals. They will suck in air from the outside, basically. And that can be bad, because there are some events
Your colony could
that poisons the air. So we kind of have to be alert for that. You're gonna do this one at max priority. You are gonna tear down this intake fan. Because it's a risk, and I don't like risks. And I don't need it. I'd build something else if we need to freshen up the air. We are gonna build to... yeah, build it there, that's fine. And we're gonna add another shortcut. Immigration vessel is docked, so it's up there at the colony ship. Bringing down more folks to us. And we need more folks. That's why I built a second immigration center. To try to populate the colony as fast as possible. We still have a few nanites, not many though. I upgraded the mine quite a bit, but we still need the staff in order to actually produce anything, so... we're still on the first sol though. So we still have time. So we're in the winter season, hour 22 of 56. Yeah, winter is bad. As you can see, food production has gone down because of winter. As has power production, really. But we're doing okay because of the geothermal. And I did snake down here for a couple of reasons. The second geothermal, we are going to need that for power. There was also the iron deposit right here. And I believe there was a supply crate somewhere in this area. We'll get to that. Did you just land and give me colonists? I think you did. The other one is now in orbit again. Which is fine. We still need more people. A lot more people. And we have room for them, so that's fine. Plenty of room. Completed the trade hub thing. We are going to get a trade mission any moment now. Most likely it's going to be about exporting melons. Because that's the only thing we can export. Growing melons, grow 100 melons. Yeah, we already did that.
Your colony could benefit from a few upgrades.
Upgrading the geo... yeah, I'm okay with this. We're going to need the power anyway. You want me to export 100 melons? Yes, we will. So we're going to trade 100 melons for porridge. The trade ships can transport 150 units of cargo in return. Every trip, that is. Provided, of course, we have the resources. You can always go and check the status of what we have. Plenty of melons. 248 melons. So we're going to trade 100 melons for 150 units of porridge, was it? Which is good, because porridge is an upgraded food. Completed that upgrade, we got a few nanites for it. Excellent. And I want to complete these missions because they kind of propel everything along. So it's basically free nanites. More drones upgraded. Yeah, we already did that. 34 nanites. Excellent. If we can get more people, I want to build a second mine. Or we might have to build an air freshener. Air quality should be dropping a fair bit. Second, that's fine. I plan to do that exact same thing. In fact, we might do that right now. Is that within range of the geothermal? It is. Good. Let's build that. Second drone hub. So the construction hubs can only go so far, as you can see by the range here. So we need to build more of them to expand the colony beyond this circle. And on the later maps you'll have very, very large colonies, because the resources are going to be scattered around the map. And you basically have to expand quite a lot to get what you need. There we go, drone hub is done. More nanites, more food. This is going to require more people though. Are you unloading? You just finished. That's fine. How are you doing on housing? We are at 62% housing capacity. 64% of jobs are filled.
I think you should pick it up.
That cargo pod, I think it's in range now. It is. Excellent. Let's pick it up. Now, cargo pods are basically once-offs. You can harvest them once. That's it. You can get a one-time depositing of these resources. And what you can get depends very much on difficulty. So that's the cargo pod mission. We have gotten the growing the colony to 50. And we picked up the cargo pods. We're off to a decent start. So I'm going to take a quick break there, and we shall see if we can connect to the next geothermal. Before that, I probably need to see if I can get more nanites produced, because we need to build fast. We're on the second sol now. I have until the end of sol 5 to complete the whole thing, and I think that's going to be a bit of a tight fit. It takes a while to build everything. So we shall see. For now, time for a break. Thank you for watching.